You are tuned into the Outliers Project podcast. I'm your host, Molly Hawkins, and today's guest is Scott Losse. He's a comedian from Washington State who somehow managed to turn the everyday characteristics of the Pacific Northwest into comedy. Now, if you've spent any time on the internet, especially if you live anywhere near the Pacific Northwest, you probably already know him. He has built this massive, loyal following doing something that sounds really simple, but is actually pretty hard for some of us. Just being himself. We get into how he found comedy in the first place, which started surprisingly with a therapist who noticed something in him before he even did, and how that one moment led to a complete shift in direction, even after years of feeling like he might be too late to really make his career pop. Now, we laughed. He tried to make me cry. He shared some wisdom that helped him tap into his voice that may just come in handy for others as well. I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. For folks who don't know who you are, can you tell me how you would describe Scott Losse?
I'm from the internet. I am a Pacific Northwest born and bred, and I just happen to be a reluctant content creator influencer, and I do stand-up comedy professionally. Who am I? I don't know. I'm constantly thinking about this all the time because I meet people all the time and they have an idea of who I am, and I'm like who am I? I don't know. It's like depends who you're talking to, who you are to that person.
Got to be interesting. So, I mean, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but you have like almost 150,000 Instagram followers, and people clearly know who you are. They think they know who you are, but
yeah, everybody. I meet people all the time, and like it's positive, and they're excited, and then I remind myself, oh, they know me for like a very specific, whatever resonated with them is how they know me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's but also like me my friend Nate said this. He's like, you in person is the same person. That's so weird. So it's not like a weird thing where someone meets me and they're like, he's so different. Like, I'm just being me all the time. But people know you for like a specific joke you told or something, and they have a perception of you.
Does that ever feel like pressure to kind of stay funny or live up to a certain persona?
It's ruined my personal life. No, it's interesting actually, because if you choose to go this path, or if you just luck into it, you will inevitably lose your anonymity, and it will change the way you behave in certain ways. Just because there's always a chance someone knows who you are everywhere you are, and you don't think about that until it happens. Like, you don't think about that on a daily until like all of a sudden like you go somewhere and people recognize you from the internet. So it's kind of a mind fuck in a lot of ways, because I'm actually pretty private person despite like being known. So it's been an interesting thing to adapt to.
And this is all, I mean, how long have you kind of been internet famous, or at what point did you feel like you made it?
It's probably in the last 2 years, really. Things popped off.
Yeah.
And then some stuff just went viral, and then the local stuff went viral after that. I live in the Pacific Northwest stuff went viral, and then that especially has changed because I'm kind of like in this funny realm where I'm like hyper local person, and there's not a lot of big hyper local people, so I'm very recognizable.
Is there anybody that you modeled your comedy after, or someone that you look up to as a comedian?
I don't really model it after anybody, but like my friend Richie, I saw him make a video one time, and he was just talking, and I'd never done it before, and I thought it was corny. I was like, oh, that's corny. He's just like talking to the camera. I think that's whatever. And then one day I was like, tried it, and it changed my life. So
was it kind of an exercise for you to practice to prepare you for stand-up maybe? I mean, were you trying to start a social channel?
No. I've been like online posting stand-up clips for years, sporadically that never went anywhere. And then one day I was like, what if I just looked at the camera and said something I thought was funny? And that clicked. Like all of a sudden I was like, oh, what if I'm just me saying an idea that I would have anyway? And it just worked.
So we know that you blew up and it works. You're a comedian now. I'd love to back up just a little bit and talk about, like, what have you been doing all your life? Let's talk about before comedy. How did you get into this?
It is stand-up?
Yeah.
So it's funny. I started doing stand-up when I was 29. So
that's just like 2 years ago.
46 now.
You just outed yourself.
Oh, sorry. I'm 32 years old. Yeah, I started doing stand-up when I was 29. I went to, I took a class.
Cool. Where'd you take your class?
UW Experimental College.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's a thing anymore. I was seeing a therapist before that, down on Lake Union, and he stopped me one day when I was telling him his story, and he asked me if I ever thought about becoming a stand-up comedian. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, the way you enter into really sad stories is really funny. And he gave me a pamphlet for this stand-up class that he had taken. And I brought it home and I was like, that's really weird. Like, but then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll sign up for it. So I signed up for the stand-up class, and it was like a month, and you met every week. They gave you the outline of like how it works, kind of. And then we had a show at the Comedy Underground, and I did it, and I was hooked. I was like, oh, this is it. I think I figured out something I'm good at. And then I proceeded to suck at it for a long time.
That's actually a really beautiful story. Have you gone and thanked this person?
No.
I'm sure they know about you.
Maybe.
And they're like, yeah, you know that guy?
I think about...
Actually, can't talk about it because of, what, HIPAA laws or something?
I think about reaching out to him all the time, but I'm not sure if it would be weird.
I don't know. I bet he'd love it. I mean, I've had prior employees, folks that have worked for me at my company that I managed or mentored, and every time someone comes back and says, I changed the course of their career, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Like that one moment led to everything in a way. It took a long time.
Yeah.
Like when people ask me how long it takes.
10,000
how long did
hours.
It take? 10,000 hours. Yeah, how long did it take to get known on the internet? 16 years. That's how long it took.
Man, I mean, Clooney didn't start pop till he was in his 40s, I think, wasn't it?
I was convinced I was too old to be relevant, kind of. Like, I don't know. It's a funny thing that goes on where you're like, oh, I'm too old now for this ever to happen now. That's silly.
Yeah, I struggle with that a little bit. I may look 21, but I'm 43 now, and I'm imagining what the rest of my career or what my life will look like going forward. And there's a lot of things I want to try and start, and I'm like, is it too late to start something?
I think it's not. It's just like we have these ideas in our heads that are like, well, I'm in my 40s now, so I'm like not the prime age for this to happen. And I was wrong. Turns out.
That's awesome. I mean, there needs to be more stories told like that, because I think a lot of people do give up, or they beat themselves up for all the things that they didn't try or haven't tried, and there's still time.
Yeah, age isn't really a limiting factor in reality, but it is in your brain. You're like, I can't do it now, and I remember before things popped off on the internet, I was like, well, if I didn't make it happen by now, it's not going to happen because I'm going to be X years old and out of touch with the youth or something, and like it won't work, and like, yeah, that's just your negative head space, like keeping you from achieving what you actually want to do.
I'd imagine your demographic is probably late 30s, early 40s, 50s.
70% women age 35 plus.
Oh yeah, because you can look at the analytics.
Yeah. It's great.
70% women, 35 plus. That tracks.
They're the best. They're the best audience you can possibly have. The best. It's the best. Because,
how does your wife feel about this?
she loves it because they're like, they love her. And I post stuff about knitting or something, and I just get flooded with messages of people who are excited about it. And like,
Oh my gosh.
but I love it because like, you know, and I'm not like bro down guy. I'm not like somebody who's like, I think it's because you're like approachable and you're not aggressive and you're not hyper concerned with your masculinity or something. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And also, like, I'm not putting out a message that's like, I don't know. That's not the audience I'm going for anyway.
This is actually a great segue because, there was I have a question that I'm going to ask, and it's, I think about laughter and comedy is therapeutic. I mean, there's actual facts and data that says that laughter significantly lowers levels of cortisol and it reduces stress, and it's an immune system boost because of, all of the increases in different bio things happen in your body. I'm not a doctor, but you talked about how your therapist recommended that you potentially get into comedy, and then I'm quite curious. Are you still going to therapy?
No.
Has the comedy healed you?
Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question because I totally stopped going to therapy after a while. I mean, everybody has stuff that they could probably work out, but I feel like, yeah, to a degree, it gave me like a new lease on life, maybe. New thing to strive towards. I think like before that, I was kind of like wandering kind of aimlessly through my late 20s, just being like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I was at a job that I'd been in a place forever and I didn't see any way out of it. And yeah, I think comedy heals people. I think comedy is good for the soul.
Research, apparently I Googled this, indicates that 10 to 15 minutes of daily laughter can burn 10 to 40 calories, while intense laughter can relax muscles for up to 45 minutes, and it leads to reduced stress, immune system boost, cardiovascular health, reduced risk of heart disease and stroke, pain reduction. You're doing us all a service.
I don't know. It's interesting because people will message me, and say like, oh, it's really, thank you so much for making me laugh during these times, and like, and that's nice. Like when I think about that, it's like, oh, that's great because like that's not the purpose for it, but like if it helps distract people from all the horrible shit that's going on in the world for a brief moment, I think that's nice. Like if you do stand up, then to a certain degree, or you content create or whatever, and you make humor, then part of you has to think this is supposed to bring joy to people, even if that's not like the top thought in your head.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to thank you for what you do because for the exact same reasons you said, people reach out because there's a lot happening in the world right now, and aside from the physical, benefits of laughter, I think it's not necessarily a distraction, but it does bring joy. It reminds us of,
Yeah, it lightens things up, or reminds people of like silly stuff, and like I see there's value in it. Like there's value in laughter, and people are on their phones a lot, and there's a lot of horrible things on the internet, like just awful stuff, and I'm happy to bring like a little lightness to it all, and more positivity than what's out there on the regular.
So do you have, I'm really curious, how do you pick what you're going to make people laugh about? I mean, there's a lot happening in the world that you could really grab a hold of. Do you have boundaries or rules that guide your comedy?
Well, it's funny because I have a lot. I mean, obviously, like I live here, so I have strong political leanings, and things that I believe, and that I don't take into the online realm really, but also because I think it would be a funny transition to make from someone who makes videos about sunglasses and weather to all of a sudden tell people I don't like ice or what. So like, I think there's more intelligent voices on the internet out there who can discuss that. So Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I typically I only make videos. Weeks will go by and I won't make one because I have this thing where I was like, I only want to make it if I think it's funny, or if I get a night like if it's something sparks, and I'm like, oh, that would be funny, and then I'll make it. But I don't plan too much. Like I'm not like, I don't know. There's people who make the same video over and over and over again, and I hate it. It doesn't feel genuine. It feels like they figured out the thing that works, and they're being fake as fuck about it. And they're just like, well, this got clicks, this got money, I'm going to make this video again and again. So,
but you have a template in a format, right? That's very distinct. Like every time I see you come up in my feed, I kind of grin and I shrug both at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I live in the Pacific Northwest shit. Like it was never, I didn't sit down and go, this is a great thing I can do again and again.
So you don't have a manifesto saying, this is what I'm going to do.
I did when I first started.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I made a video December 2023, 24 about working in an office, and it popped off. And I literally went to the bar by my house and I wrote out a character sheet and like all these things. And then I tried to make other videos in the same voice and they didn't work. And then the Pacific Northwest thing just happened. And then it wasn't a catchphrase I didn't make a catchphrase on purpose. It just kind of happened like in a video. I just said it and it worked.
And it was unapologetically you. Was this like, I'm still thinking about that. I mean, were you always funny as a kid? Like, is this something like that unapologetically you? Does that mean you kind of tapped into this person that you always have been?
Yeah. Yeah. And I haven't always, and I don't think I think for a long time, I wasn't necessarily allowing myself to just be me online. Like I was just presenting, I was trying to do stand-up stuff or whatever. And I wasn't really like letting people in to like who I am. And then I live in the Pacific Northwest stuff was just like, it's me. That's what I think. These are funny things I think. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, people, I don't know. It's easy. I've had people compliment me backhandedly about it. And they'll say, it's really easy stuff. Or it's like really, I think what they're trying to say is that it's like it's not particularly challenging to anybody's belief system, maybe. And I don't take offense with that.
It's easy to access, it's approachable.
But it's also, it's like, that wasn't like the goal. I wasn't like, what's the most vanilla shit I can put on the internet? It's like, if I put a thing about the Northwest on the internet, it's because I think it's genuinely funny. And like, whatever. But also I don't care if it works. That's the funny part.
So when you have a video that doesn't get
I don't give a shit. Because you can't. Like, you can't. Like, I throw stuff out into the ether, and if the universe likes it, that's great. And if they don't, you can't care about it, because that's not where your value should come from. Like, view count shouldn't be the thing that defines you as a person, or else you're going to go crazy. So when I make a video, I put it out. Sometimes I don't look at it again, because it's there. I put it out there, and it's to be consumed. And if somebody likes it, that's rad. And I'll figure it out if it's popular, and like it'll.
Do you have a favorite joke
that I've written, or like from anybody on Earth?
No. Do you have your favorite?
My
Scott
favorite
Losse
joke?
Favorite joke?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I'm sure you have a favorite. You're like, I wish I could just tell this one all day, every day, but
like, yeah. What is my favorite joke? Well, I used to tell a joke about my therapist that I don't tell anymore, because it's dark and some people would really like it, but a lot of people would get uncomfortable listening to it. I'll tell it.
okay.
Like, I'd be like, a lot of people ask me how I started doing stand-up, and the truth is my therapist told me I should become a stand-up comedian. I guess that story about my brother's suicide is a lot funnier than I thought it was. But that's not how the comedy is anymore.
Oh no, yeah, you can't do that.
I mean, you can.
You can, you just did.
But people, it's too much.
Are people, okay, so a lot of the outliers, the people that I interview here, they have innate skills or talents or passion. And it's like, I ask them always, like, do you think you were wired this way? Were you wired a certain way, do you think? Or was like, did you have like this unique or specific, kind of upbringing that, pushed you towards this kind of personality?
I think a lot of comedians are like quiet, are watchers. I think like it's partially a result of like my personality for sure. Like I've always been like, people will meet me today and my wife would be like, oh, he's a stand-up comedian. And I'll be like, really? Because I'm the quietest guy in the room. If I go to a party, I'm like on the couch, but I'm an observer. And that's what I think most comedians are. Like they're really observant of humanity and people. And so then when you create comedy, it's telling people something they already know about themselves, but maybe haven't thought about. So I feel like being a quiet Pisces from South Seattle has helped shape my comedy career a little bit. Interesting.
I met Bob Saget when I was living and working in LA. He was at an event I was working at. I was not a guest, but a lot of people were introducing themselves to him, and he was kind of quiet in the background or off to the side, and he was so quiet, and he was just, when you would meet him, he was just so proper and really sweet, and but I think everybody would just they were waiting for him to say something funny.
Be a clown. Yeah, I think a lot of people think that.
They just sit back watching you.
You're a clown, be funny.
It's like watching for Shooting Stars. They're waiting for something to happen.
People will meet me in public, and I've gotten better at it. But my response when somebody would come up to me and be like, I see your videos all the time, I'd say, oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. And they wouldn't understand that I was being really self-deprecating, and so a couple of times I was like, well, I guess I'll stop saying that. But I always thought it was funny. I thought it'd be funny if people came up to you and you were like, that's my bad. I'm really sorry that you see my videos all the time.
I think that's great. You should just own it and stick with it, because I think that they'll probably figure it out later and they'll laugh and it'll be even funnier.
But now I'm like gracious.
Oh, that's probably a good move.
Well, I try.
Don't be a dick.
Well, because you don't want it to be like, I don't want them to walk away feeling like it was weird.
Yeah.
Or like, so I'm just genuinely thankful now.
Are you genuinely thankful?
Yeah. Yeah, because like, changed my life, so you have to be like, but there's a comedian part of me that does want to say like the weirdest of something weird to people when they come up to me, just because I think it's funny, or like I find it humorous. But now when people come up to me, I'm just shake their hand, just thank them. Or people do that at stand-up a lot. They'll come up to me and be like, I saw you on this show and you weren't on the show.
Oh, that's like being Asian.
Yeah, I'm like, exactly.
Like, I know you, and you're like, no, you don't. We haven't met.
People do it all the time. They're like, I saw you open for blah, blah, blah. And I used to correct them, but then I realized that the conversation is dead ending. Yeah. So now I just say, yeah, that was me. Thanks. Thanks.
Don't ruin their fun.
I'm Steve. It's nice to meet you. Yeah.
Okay. We're like almost off the first page.
Oh, perfect. I talk professionally, so I talk a lot. I apologize, Molly.
It's okay. AI will edit all the non-funny parts out.
This podcast is going to be 4 hours long.
Sorry.
Brought to you by Cole Headwear. Cole Headwear. Best headwear in headwear. And they make those like velvety covers for your helmet or whatever.
Balaclavas?
Yeah, that's what they're called. They're over there. See?
Oh, what are those actually called? Barfs. I think you call them barfs. They're beanie scarves.
Are they?
I don't know. That's what I'm calling it.
I don't know. I have one and I don't. I just got it, but I don't use it.
You should give it to your wife.
She could wear it. She could put it on over her sweater when she needs a hood.
Okay, so let's talk about one of your favorite subjects, the Great Pacific Northwest, the Upper Left Coast, PNW. Do you have a nickname for it? There's a lot.
I know. I like upper left. I like upper left.
Upper left.
Yeah. Corner.
I guess so when lots of money collide with a city that's historically known for its counterculture, the alt lifestyle, crusty fishermen, serial killers, I guess you kind of have a recipe for humor.
Yeah. It's like a dark place, like where half the year everybody's depressed and half the year everybody's manic. So it's like a really weird mix. And there's a lot of art, but there's also a lot of like technology. It's like a real weird amalgamation of things.
Well, I guess with a lot of depressed people during the winter, it's a great audience for you because they're seeking laughter and joy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I had a video I made about like SAD, about seasonal affective disorder. Um and like I think it resonated with people. But also people out here like kinda, I don't know, some people aren't, when you talk about dark topics, people pull back a little bit because they don't think it's appropriate to laugh at. So like sometimes those are the funniest things.
But I feel like when the people who do like it, you know who your people are, and
Well, that's just it. It's like a lot of times on the internet, you like get kind of hyper focused on pushing the boulder up the hill and getting more and more people to like you, new people. But it's like but also I found my niche and I found people who like what I do, and that's cool. Like I don't actually want to attract people who don't resonate with it.
So do you think of the 142,000 as of last night, I think?
Yeah.
How many people that follow you they dig your kind of unapologetic you personality, or they like the cheeky Pacific Northwest references,
I think some of them, I think there's a good percentage who are in it for the regional stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's, other people who are in it because of snowboard stuff or mountain bike culture, stuff like that.
Talk about the split. Like, I'm curious, like, your content, how do you pick what you're going to talk about? And
just like whatever I'm doing.
At the time, will you just have an idea or a notion? You're like, I'm going to record this.
Yeah. Like a couple summers back, I recorded some mountain bike stuff. Things because I was just getting back into mountain biking, and there was some topics I thought were funny. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to make this. But I wasn't like trying to go full mountain bike with it. My wife was always like, just wait until they see you talk about snowboarding. They don't know that that's actually what you care about. But yeah, so it's just whatever I'm doing at the time. It's just me being me, and I'm not purposely trying to find an angle. I don't want to be the mountain bike comedian, but I want people to know I love it. And I want them to, if they watch my content, get a real sense that I have like a real genuine love for what I'm doing, and I'm not just trying to make the easy joke about whatever it is.
Do you know what your most famous or biggest video social post was
of all time?
Yeah.
Yes. It wasn't mountain biking and it wasn't snowboarding.
Oh.
That's okay. I had some mountain bike stuff pick up, but like, my biggest post of all time, I think, is about sheds. I think it's a video. The backstory is weird. The day before I made this video, I was at Mission Ridge and I ran into a tree and I pierced my face with a stick. It went through my cheek into my mouth. It like knocked my teeth, and I went to the ER. And I came home and was on like pain meds. And the next morning I made a video where I say like, what do I say? It's like, I'm 45, but a lot of people say I look young. But if I'm so young, why do I think about sheds so much? And then I talk about like sheds for like a minute.
I think
things, just like, where do you put them? What are they made of? Do you have to wash them? Are they waterproof? Do you have to put a pad down or like bricks or like what do you do? Anyway, and I just ramble and I'm like, anyway, if I'm so young, I'm like, young people don't think about that. And I made that video, posted it, walked away, and it exploded. And it got like 9 million views or something. And then I got a free shed.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
Who gave you a shed? Did you have to make more shed content then?
Shout out Earth Easy, Canadian brand. They sent me a shed. And they're like, yeah. And they're like, well, just make like a video. So I just made like a couple videos building it. But it was really funny because they sent it to me and it sat in my driveway for like 6 months on a pallet, unbuilt.
They're like, this guy is not funny anymore.
Well, I never said I was like, I never claimed that I was like ambitious. But I did want the shed. So I asked them, like, when do you need it? When do you need the video? And they're like, well, our popular time for sheds is like August, September. So the shed sat in my driveway until September. And then I had my brother-in-law come over and we built it.
So how much free shit do you get nowadays? And I'm curious.
Well, I mean,
shout out to Cole Headwear.
Cole Headwear. I get Cole hats. Thanks, Erica. Yeah, I get hats. What else do I get? Sheds.
Do you get lots of free beer?
I've gotten beer.
Okay.
Yeah. I've gotten beer. Colshan up north sent me beer, gave me beer one time because I made a video with the shed with beer in it. I get snowboard stuff.
Okay.
It's really funny because, like,
you don't have people reaching out like in your DMs, like constantly saying, "Hey, can I send you?"
Well, they do, but a lot of people. The thing is that people want something for it,
and you're like, "I'm not going to disrupt my feed." This is
no. It would be weird to advertise something like suddenly. Like, I get offers all the time, and I'm like, "Oh, you obviously don't get what I'm doing, or you haven't noticed that there's 0 other ads in my feed."
Yeah.
Like, so a company from Australia sent me like a mountain bike mid layer that had pockets in the back. I filled it with burritos and I filled it with wine bottles and I showed the things you could put in it, but they were all just like stuff. Like, I went and bought 4 burritos and was like, here's what you can put in this outerwear, or like rosé, or just like, I like to kind of poke fun at activities where the core is really aggro, and then make videos that is like are silly about it, because it's like, it's not that serious, guys.
Some people take this shit way too seriously.
Yeah,
including podcasters.
But snowboarding's funny because, like, I've gotten to know so many people in snowboarding now who I thought who were like, oh, this is a core dudes, but it resonates with them too. So I'm like, oh, that's fun. And mountain biking is the same. Like, there's a group of people who are very, very serious about the activities in which they participate. Maybe a little too much.
So you get a little bit of free stuff here and there, and also you recently quit your day job.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I hear you are so busy doing nothing that you forgot to eat today.
Always.
That sounds rough.
I used to have an eating schedule based on how much I didn't want to be working. So now I forget.
So is comedy, so you're not taking endorsements, are your stand-up shows paying the bills? Or
everything feeds everything feeds stand-up, which I think is actually really freeing because I don't need to make money online.
Okay.
So I don't have to hustle. So I can just do what I want. I think if the internet was the job, I think I would be panicking constantly, being like, what can I make now? I got to be funny today. I got to be funny every day.
Yeah, I have managing brands and people and working with people through my day job that depend on their income through Meta and influencer content and all that. They are stressed. They're hustling.
I make money from Meta, but it's just kind of bonus.
Yeah.
Like,
some walking around cash.
Some months it is. Some months it's like, ooh, and some months it's nothing. But like, I don't depend on it. So I think that frees me in a way, because I'm the most, like, I always say this to people who reach out. I'm like, I'm a pretty bad influencer, so because part of me doesn't give a shit, because you can't, because the internet's not real. but like, I also realize that it's a real thing that feeds into my stand-up. But I think that keeps me sane.
Yeah, because I'm sure the internet exposure builds, interest. So when you do post that you have a show,
people come.
Yeah. And how does comedy work? I know how for music and bands, do you get a portion of the door? Do they just pay you to come out to perform?
How much does comedy cost? That's people ask me that a lot. They'll book me. How much does it cost?
Oh, they don't really? And you just put a number down?
Like I send. Well, no, they get a paragraph that's like depends. Is it ticketed? Is it not ticketed?
Oh my God.
What's the capacity?
Oh my God.
How many people do you think are going to be there? Do you want to do a guarantee or do you want to do a door deal? Because if it's a door deal, I want a percentage, blah, blah, blah. But if it's a guarantee, then I need to know how many people you expect to be there because I have a number. So it's like a weird number. Also, pricing out your creativity is such a weird thing because you're like, how much? So I finally arrived at it. I was like, okay, there has to be what's the number I need to leave the house? And that number's gone up like over the years, but it's weird.
Do you have people reaching out to you to book you?
Yeah. But yeah, it's usually, door deals are the best.
Door deals? Okay.
Because it just, also like door deals make you care, like.
You work harder to promote it?
Yeah. But if I don't have a door, I'll still promote it. But like, somebody's like, I'll pay you X dollars. It's like, cool. Doesn't matter how many people come. So then maybe you won't try as hard to promote it, but if somebody gives you a door, they incentivized promotion more. I don't know. Comedy is a funny thing, but yeah.
How many shows are you doing these days on average?
I'm busy most weeks. 20 a month, probably.
20 a month? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, slaying it. Wow. Thanks
It's
for
rough.
making time here.
It can be rough though. I have friends who do it full time and they're like, make sure you give yourself weeks to be a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have like an alternate schedule from everybody who I'm friends with. So it's weird because they're free Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm like, oh, I can't hang out.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. But so I have friends now. All my friends, like a lot of my friends now I have industry friends now because they have weird schedules, like snowboard friends. And they're like, oh yeah, I can meet Tuesday. So I hang out with a lot of people in that realm.
So do you have a comedian that if you could tour with anybody, do a national tour, who would it be?
There's some.
You have to pick one.
One? Living or dead?
Yeah, I didn't ask you the question about who you would have dinner with, living or dead. And it's like
Gandhi.
living.
Gandhi, of course.
Comedian who's alive touring
Gandhi.
today. I don't know if he's funny.
I don't think he was.
Maybe he was. I feel like a lot of monks have like
He's probably pretty chill. I live next to a Buddhist temple. They seem nice. Who would I?
It's like an active comedian today.
Comedy's funny because people ask you all the time how you think is funny.
Or shit, like if you could tour with anybody, man, do you want to, flip the script. Could you open for a band? Like,
oh, yeah.
That'd be sick.
That's like an easier answer, I think.
If you could tour with anybody and open for anybody or something.
That'd be like Face to Face or Jawbreaker or something.
Oh, okay.
Some snowboard music band.
You should hit up the what is it? Is it the Upper West Northwest punk rock?
Oh yeah.
There's that punk rock festival.
I'm gonna go to that.
Yeah, I went last year.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was fun. It really cozy. The Evil Crew is really cool, and that venue is
nice.
awesome. And
everybody's nice.
Beautiful.
Transition people are nice.
Yeah,
like
everybody's nice.
The mountain bike community, local folks are super rad. Mitch Hedberg, if he came, that's who I would want to tour with.
Okay.
It's my favorite stand-up comedian.
Okay. Don't forget the little people when you're touring with Mitch Hedberg.
Do you want to come out?
Yeah, please.
You're invited.
Just a +1.
You can be in the green room.
Okay.
It's pretty boring, but you can come out.
I'll bring some beers. Awesome.
I think people always think that comedy is like this raucous, crazy thing, and but we're all just.
Well, also we're in our mid-40s.
Yeah. I'm doing a show tonight. It starts at 7.
Oh, man,
it'll be over
so
at 8:30. I'm so excited.
It starts at 7?
Yeah.
That's so late.
I want to be. I know it's still late, but normally they start at like 8.
I feed my dogs at 4. I eat at 5.
That's it. I know. I go to bed at 7:30.
It gets dark here early. I guess we just had.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I miss
wanted
it.
to go to bed.
I know.
I've been staying up till like 10. But I'm so old.
Okay, so we're on page 2.
We gotten there?
Go us. Okay, so.
Sorry, I'm so verbose.
No, I love it. I'm just gonna. This might have to be a two-parter.
We got it. I'll talk fast.
Okay.
I still have time.
The rest of it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we talked a little bit about this before, but so you have 150 100,000 fans almost on Instagram alone. That's insane.
And Facebook too.
Oh yeah, how many fans you're in your 40s, so do you use Facebook more?
No. But Instagram feeds into Facebook.
It does. I love Facebook.
So I just double it.
Marketplace, all of the husky dog groups. I mean, my family's there, which I usually, I'm very cautious.
I can't use Marketplace anymore.
What'd you do?
It would be weird to post something on my Scott Losse page where I'm selling something.
A great marketing channel, actually.
Somebody come get my old snake cage.
Yeah, dude. Just post some weird shit.
Just tell my followers, please come. If you want a snowboard, you can come buy it.
No, you should sign up for your local Buy Nothing if you have those in Burien, and you just post free shit.
Can I get verified on there? Because I have a check mark on it.
Yeah.
Oh, if I had more Buy Nothing followers, that would be sick. But yeah, Facebook too. I use them both. But yeah, Facebook. I always forget about the Facebook people. When people come up to me and tell me that's where they know me from, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
You don't even need to ask your age because you called it the Facebook, so you just said your age.
Oh.
The Facebook.
I didn't. Could we edit that part out?
Okay.
46. But anyway, yeah, 100 and something thousand on Instagram and 66 on Facebook.
So you have over
200,000 weirdos.
Okay, so that doesn't seem crazy really, because there's so many people that have millions of following, right?
Yeah,
but
I have 2.
But if you think about this, so I did some more Googling, and I do my pre-pro.
Oh, good.
So the New York Giants MetLife Stadium only holds 82,500 people. When you hear that and know that you have a larger audience than the New York Giants, how does that make you feel?
Horrified. Oh.
It's like standing at the center for kickoff on the field. That's who's looking at you.
Yeah.
Time you post.
If I thought about it too much, it would make me freak out.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, I try to just post everything like nobody's watching.
So now, I mean, especially with everything going on in the world, you don't have a sense of responsibility knowing that you have this audience.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that pressure?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But you can post that shit on stories and it just goes away.
Yes. I could always put, I don't know. I try to nod to it a little bit. But, I live in Seattle and I drive a Subaru Forester. What do you think I think about Trump or whatever? I don't know. There's sure, definitely, there's a sense of responsibility to that. And it weighs heavier on me than people probably would think. And I think about it a lot. I think about, using my voice for that kind of stuff.
No pressure, but like we talked about earlier, it's you do something that brings so much joy to people that I think you are doing a service. So
I also think about it. There's a lot of horrible people in the world, and I worry about getting too political because I don't want my family to end up in the crossfire of that or something. Mm-hmm. People attacking my wife or something. I don't. Mm-hmm. There's just. It's sad I have to think about it that way, but to a certain degree. It's well, if I did this or if I came out hard against that, and there's a chance that it would have a real impact on people around me.
Do you feel famous?
No. Not at all. It's just kind of, I don't know. I know mathematically, compared to a lot of people, I have a big followership. But I don't know. I don't think of it as fame, really. There's a certain popularity level, of course. I don't know. It's funny. I struggle with it all the time. You don't want to be. I don't have a lot of ego about it because I feel like it could disappear at any moment. So I don't get too wrapped up in my own shit or toot my own horn or whatever old people say. But yes. So there is a level of internet fame per se, and I have that. And if people don't, and people say hi to me, and obviously that's a result of that. But also I just kind of try to keep myself grounded and just be normal me. But also I think that's why it works.
Do you remember the first moment somebody recognized you and you were like, whoa, this actually might be working? And was it like in a grocery store, the trailhead, or like, do you remember that moment? Like,
I do. I was in Boise, Idaho, having brunch. And the waitress knew who I was. That was the first person ever to say hi to me. And I was like, holy shit, everything's different. Like at that moment I was like, oh my God, this is weird. And also I was like, nothing's ever gonna be the same.
did your breakfast taste different that morning?
It was better. I got a free drink probably.
What's the most annoying part of being recognizable, or do you just love it all? I mean, do people come out? How often?
Can't do hood rat shit.
Can you say something funny?
Nobody ever says that.
Really?
Isn't that funny?
I think.
No, here's the truth. Most people are very timid.
Oh.
Or like are kind of approaching like kind of a afraid kind of way. Like they're intimidated.
Can you what do you call it? Imitate somebody. Can you imitate somebody who would approach you?
Dude, they're always like, hey, so are you I always beat them to it. They're always like, so this is weird, but I'm like, am I from the internet? Yeah. And I'm always like, I'm Scott. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? That happens, like, that's it most of the time. Like, most people aren't like, Scott. Although sometimes at the mountain, people will shout,
So there's a lot
Scott
of
Losse.
hormones on there.
I'm like, shit, what up, bro? And then I can pretend to be a bro.
Do you have any advice for people if they see you out in the world?
Say hi. Say hi. It's so weird. The weirdest thing is knowing people know.
They're just looking at you.
It's especially snowboarding, like people don't, I'll be wearing stuff and like obviously like they can't tell by looking at me, but they'll hear my voice and people look. And it's funny, but like if you just say hi. It's okay. I'm just me. I'm also me in real life. So if you don't think me on the internet would be mean, guess what? You're getting the same person. I'm also nice.
Just say hi, you guys.
No, I get messages and people are like, I saw you here and here. And I'm like, you should have hollered. You should have just came over. Like, but people are like, I think that's the real thing that made me feel like not a celebrity, but like, that's the thing is having people having people be worried, nervous about meeting me. That is definitely like, oh, things have changed a little bit. There's a contingent of people who follow me who like my cat more than they like me, I think.
Do you have a cat or dog channel?
No, she's just part of it.
Dude, you should make a channel.
I have merch with her on it.
Do you?
Yeah, people love it. People love Gary. People like my wife, and they love Gary.
Really, nobody likes you. They just like your pets.
Nobody likes your Scott. Everybody wants. I'm fully convinced that if my wife Janelle took over the account, nobody would complain.
Oh my God.
It would just be knitting stuff, and they'd be like, "Yes, finally."
April Fool's Day is coming up.
I should make her make a video. Although I don't know that she'd want to. I don't think she wants that.
Oh.
But like,
we want to see your content.
She's super funny.
Okay.
Inappropriate, but.
So I would expect nothing less. The craft of comedy is something that I want to hear about. So it's interesting. Mm-hmm. I have a handful of friends who are either dabbling or pursuing, or I thought should pursue because they were fucking hilarious. And I am curious, what does your process look like? Like how do you get jokes? How do you write jokes? How do you get into it? You took a class at the UW, which I had no idea there were university classes for comedy.
Yeah.
Do you have a degree in comedy?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a comedian, a scientist, doctor of comedy. No, it's funny. It's like the process. The process isn't unlike the internet stuff, really. It's like, do I think something is funny? Okay. Then maybe I'll write it down as a premise. But then like Comedy's different though, because internet can just be like a 15-second thing, but if you're doing stand-up, it has to be like a complete thought with a flow.
Yeah. Do you use a formal structure, or is this just something you?
Probably on accident, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like setup, punchline. It's like they have to have that. It has to be a certain way, otherwise it's not a joke. But yeah, like everybody kind of comes to their own style. It takes, only takes like 10 years to get your voice, really.
Well, because it's a lot of practicing, throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks, what you like, what you feel good about.
You don't even know who I know a lot of friends like this who are like, oh, I didn't even become myself for a long time because I was just trying to figure it out. And then once I kind of got it down a little bit, like you go through a period where you hate everything you've done before because it was written during a time when you didn't understand how it worked or you weren't being true to who you are, so that everybody scraps everything from the old days and starts over. But it's like, if you have an idea that's funny, I don't know, write it down. Write down every single, if you want to do comedy, and you come up with a funny idea, write every single goddamn thing down, because you never know. Like, same thing with the internet. You never know what will be popular, and you're not even necessarily the best judge of what's good. Like, I'll post stuff online and I'm like, I don't think this is whatever. And then it'll be the most popular thing you post for 3 months.
Do you ever worry about running out of jokes or not being funny one day?
Yeah. You all know my fear.
Of course.
I have the best irrational fear. I have this fear that what if all of my comedy is a result of a brain tumor that I don't know I have, and that gets found eventually. And then when they remove it, I'm no longer a funny person.
So then the question becomes, do you remove it or do you just keep it so you stay funny? Oof.
It's weird.
This sounds like the making of a movie. Whoa.
I also take seizure medication, and like I'm always worried, what if I go off of it? Will I not be funny anymore?
I don't know. Was that supposed to be funny, or are you really on seizure medication?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I got diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 20.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a seizure on stage?
No.
Have you ever tried to do it to see if people laugh?
I've talked about it a lot. It's also uncomfortable for people. But I do have a joke now in the act where I talk about it. But yeah. Having epilepsy is funny because like it makes you kind of realize that like your grasp on your identity is really fragile, and that your brain is like this really makes you feel like your brain's like this fragile thing. And then when I went on meds, it changed who I was kind of. But now I'm worried if I ever went off of it that I'd become a different person. And that's a real fear I have. Because when I went on meds, people are like, oh, you're different now. So I was talking to my neurologist. He's like, well, you could probably go off of them. Maybe try. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what if I'm not me?
It's interesting. It's really interesting because the medication in general is so stigmatized. I realize your medication is for something very specific, but
yeah,
it's interesting the perspective in which you're questioning that, because so many people are afraid of getting whether depression, anxiety medication, like ADHD medicine, like they're afraid of going on it and their personality changing, they're afraid of that. And you're like,
yeah. Yeah, because it did a little bit.
In a good way, right?
Yeah, but I think I was funny before. But like,
we'll ask your friends.
We'll ask people later. But like, sure. Like, so it's like a weird fear I have now, or like, if I go off, am I going to be like different Scott or something? And like, I don't know. It's something I think about a lot, because like going through that epilepsy time and going on meds and becoming really cloudy and having a hard time putting thoughts together, and then 26 years later being a professional comedian who's expected to speak all the time.
Well, I personally, and I think I speak for the rest of your fans, want to thank your therapist and your epilepsy neurologist.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those guys.
Hell yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so let's talk more about some heady shit.
Okay.
Everybody's wondering, have you experimented at all with AI for writing jokes or interacting with
Fuck AI. fuck AI, fuck that, and like I have no oh, dude.
Have you ever told a joke to AI?
No,
Have you ever opened AI?
no, I don't use it.
Stop it.
I
Tell me how you really feel.
I think it's the beginning of the end of people using their fucking heads to think. And it's like, as a person who's as a creative, sounds so horrible. I hate it. I'm just like, I hate it because it's like, it's like giving up. It's like, it's okay. Like, I'll tell you, like, if I want to create an invoice, yeah, I've used it. But like when people ask it to do a creative thing, I'm like, oh, why? You're just like, I think it's offensive almost. I don't know. But like for practical purposes, okay. But yeah, for the art thing, fuck, I hate it so much. Like,
do you think people are using it to
AI snowboard graphics? I'm looking at you guys. Stop.
I mean,
not Capita though. Capita has the best graphics of all snowboards.
AI is being used in music. Like I just interviewed my friend Ben Carson from Hot Bodies in Motion, and he was telling me how like on Spotify, so they use AI to, you know, the algorithms to curate. Like if you say I'm feeling like chill vibes, right? You can type in chill vibes.
Yeah.
So it'll curate and it'll pull music that's tagged accordingly. But now it's like actually pulling in AI artists that are generated to fit vibes, right?
It's only cool if it's joke music. That's the rule, I think. If it's obviously AI and obviously a joke, then it's okay. I don't know. I fear that it's like the beginning of the end of people using their brains. And it freaks me out a little bit.
There's hope though, I think, because you know, more than anything, I think people are starving for connection and community, and that segues into my next question for you is like, do you love the stand-up part more? And like, I mean, it's, I think, so awesome that you're getting out into the world and bringing your joy to people in real life. I mean, you can reach so many more people on the internet. You don't have to. If you wanted, you could monetize your internet.
Yeah.
But you choose to go be out amongst people in the world.
No, it's like, it's funny. So when I first popped off online, I talked to a marketing company. They wanted a meeting, and I chatted with them, and they were like, "What's your goal?" And I was like, "What goal?" They're like, "Oh, don't you want to like make money?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't really care." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And they were like totally nice. And I was talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, just so you know, like, once you advertise to your followers, you kill your organic growth." And I've taken that with me the whole way. But also they were like, it's refreshing to hear somebody who's not in it for money.
Do you have an agent?
No.
I guess that leads into the next question. What's next for you?
Who knows?
I mean, do you have a plan? I'm a person who likes to spreadsheet my life. I will deviate. I may spreadsheet when I travel.
Well, I do stand up, so I have to live like 6 months in the future all the time.
Right. Okay. So you're doing more stand up. Do you have a goal of doing like larger tours, international comedy? Are you going to start talking about different regions? Like, are you going to start talking about like the South?
I don't know. I don't know that it's my niche really to be hyper regional.
Okay.
Because the comedy isn't. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
It's like I think people come out to see me and they assume that I'm going to talk about the stuff I talk about online, but I don't.
Oh shit! So I'm missing out by not going to see you
Yeah,
live.
you've never seen these jokes because like I don't.
Crazy. Okay.
And then my friends who are stand-ups were like, "You should post stand-up," but then the internet popped off, and they're like, "I guess you don't have to." I was like, "Yeah, why would I?" But it's more stand-up. I mean, stand-up is the machine. It is the thing that drives the whole thing. It is the money maker. So more stand-up. But I also do writing stuff. So it's like, it's just like, my whole goal in this whole thing was just to support myself through creative means that weren't as soul crushing as the job that I had before. And like, so however I do that doesn't matter. Hopefully it's stand up. I'm not going to stop doing that, but I like to write, and I do other things, that other revenue streams or whatever. I write, but I just like writing, and stand up is part of that too.
Okay. Anyone who's thinking about getting into comedy, I mean, do you have any advice for them, or any recommendations for dipping their toe in?
It's horrifying, but
You're like, I don't want competition.
no, it's great. It's great. It's scary. Even if you just try it, like if you want to do it, you should do it. But it's like, obviously it's not, public speaking is like the number one fear everyone has. And stand comedy is like public speaking extra hard mode, because you have to be engaging and funny. But if you want to do it, like nothing is stopping you from doing it, just yourself. But also it is scary. But like if you want to do stand up, like you should go find out where stand up is in your community and go watch it. Like that's the best thing you can do. Go watch it. Go to an open mic and see what it's like. But also what you'll find out is that at the open mic you might find that there's people who suck, and that might actually give you a little bit of confidence to give it a shot, to see that people go up there all the time who are not funny, and that's there's space for that. But I remember like when I started, that's what I did. I'd go to shows at the comedy club, just watch, kind of figure out what it's about, go to open mic nights and just watch, and then finally sign up and try it out. You won't know unless you do it. The thing is, like, you have an idea of what a stand-up is, and even if you really love stand-up and you want to do it, you still don't really, the art form is so weird, I don't think you can really grasp it until you give it a shot.
Can anybody reach out to you and try a joke in your DMs?
Yes. I'll give you really friendly, constructive criticism about people. I mean, people send me stuff they think is funny all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, I love it.
But like, I don't know, stand up is like, it's fucking hard. It's the weirdest thing and as a person who was afraid, for a long time, was like this kind of quiet kid, it's weird to me that is my profession. But also there's something really gratifying about it. And when you stand on stage and you command an audience, and it's just people being happy for an hour, it's like the best thing in the world.
Thank you for sharing your story. I know we could have talked about so much more, but I mean, it's really cool to hear about your humble beginnings and how you got into this. And, I think there's so much outside of just the comedy side of things that is very relatable for people in your journey. I really appreciate you making time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, big shout out to Cole Headwear, Capitas. Is there anything you would say, like, you have a massive audience, you don't need my mic, but like you don't get to talk about everything.
I only ever get to talk for like 20
seconds.
to 30 seconds. So, it's nice. I just like, if anybody who watches this, like, I appreciate everybody who follows me, everybody who supports it. And if it resonates with people, then that like means the world to me. And I'm really happy that I brighten somebody's day. And also like it's in a lot of ways has changed my life in like incredible positive ways that I can't even begin to express enough gratitude for.
Well, thank you for brightening our days and for doing what you do. I mean, it's been fun watching your career explode. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. We'll see you out at your next show.
Yeah, come out.
I will.
Thanks, Molly.